Welcome to another episode of Weekly Metal Reviews, our fucking concerts. Because we go to too many of them. But, oh, yeah. Keith,
Yeah.
Because we care. Sam, he's always here.
A regular on the show.
Yeah, that's true.
Keith, you want to be the first?
No, somebody else.
Well, first of all, let's introduce what we're talking about. We just saw fucking Iron Maiden and Alice Cooper. Oh man. In Camden, New Jersey, which is right across from Philadelphia. And it's at the Susquehanna Bank Center. First of all, one of our buddies was wearing these like handcuff chains just around his pants, like a belt type thing. And, like, he meant absolutely zero harm with them, but we had to take it back, and it was a long trip back because there was, like, 14,000 people there, so you had to park really far away, and that forced us to miss a good bit of Alice Cooper's set.
Yeah.
But, so these guys can talk about it.
Yeah. You can go, Sam.
You played Poison. I didn't see all of this set. I saw what I'm guessing would be half of it. About half or a little under half or something of it. Because we didn't go in till, what was it, 7:40
Right about 7:40
or so or something.
Yeah.
To walk there. But I saw a couple songs and I thought right away, just from the few songs that I saw, it was just incredible. Even though I've never really been into Alice Cooper, I really thought from a couple of songs, I thought he just put on a great show. He has all of his theatrics and such, and he's really known for that, I guess. And I don't know, just a couple of songs I saw are really cool, but interesting to me. I thought it was pretty good. He always puts on a great show from what I hear, and his showmanship is just through the roof. But I thought it was good.
Yeah, I do like Alice Cooper quite a bit, so I was kind of excited to see him. And again, yeah, we saw songs. They played Poison, which everybody went crazy for. We also saw School's Out. That was their last song, and then there was whatever that Frankenstein song. Something Frankenstein.
Meet My Frankenstein?
What?
Meet My Frankenstein?
Yeah, Meet My Frankenstein, and then they had like a huge guy in like either like a puppet or like a guy in like a huge suit in a Frankenstein suit walk out. It was pretty cool. Then crap, I Love the Dead or whatever the other song's called was another song. I think that's all the songs we saw. But kind of like what Sam said, I kind of knew Alice Cooper was really put on a good stage show, and he had like good theatrics. Like he had like fake blood, and he spit fake blood out into the crowd.
Guillotine thing.
The guillotine, where like they made it look like he got his head chopped off, and then they started I Love the Dead, and crap, it was another thing he did. I don't remember that.
It was like his top hat and his cane.
Yeah, the top hat and the cane and all
Signature
that during
cane.
School's Out. Yeah, he put on a really good show, I thought, and I really enjoyed School's Out at the end, and then they did like a half rendition of Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd,
Yeah,
which was cool. I mean, probably the most hardcore Pink Floyd cover you'll ever hear. So, I mean, by what we saw, I mean, yeah, he did a good job.
I'm just depressed that I missed most of the set. I mean, the only song I really saw was School's Out. And that was cool. And I saw the guillotine. That was also very cool. It's cool to see in person. Like, you hear about it, you watch videos of it, you see it on TV or something, and it's so much better to see in person. Like, damn, that's actually pretty cool. He had a good stage show from the one song that I saw. But yeah, Alice Cooper was cool. But next was Iron motherfucking Maiden, and if you like metal and you don't like Iron Maiden, just exit out of this video before I bend you over, spag your ass, and punish you, and put you in timeout.
Yeah.
I've wanted to see Iron Maiden for the longest time. Out of any band that I haven't seen yet, this was the number one band that I wanted to see, and damn did they not disappoint. Say anything you
I got what was it, 2, maybe 3 videos of them. I thought it was pretty cool, like the way they came out. There was a lot of I don't know, energy, I guess. Well, yeah, I guess you would say energy. Like when they came out, everyone was all pumped up for it and everything. But I think this is probably, to start off saying, I think it's the best show I've ever seen and maybe ever will see, besides Megadeth at last year's Mayhem. But I think it was just great all around. The first thing that you probably are thinking for guys that are in their late 50s, 60s, such, that they sound like they're in their 20s. You know, Bruce lasted the whole 2 hours. His voice was great the whole time. All the guitarists just were just great, and I didn't expect anything less from them, and my expectations were all the way up here, and they surpassed that, and I think they had a really great show. One blonde guitarist, I always mispronounce his name, so I'm just gonna say the dude with the weird name, the blonde guy. He's like, you know, when you're a kid, when you think of like a really awesome guitar player who's always throwing his guitar around and jumping around, that's that guy. He's you know, that dude that's like doing this and shit. He took his guitar by like the strap and was like throwing it around and shit. And he like threw it the whole way up in the air. I swear I thought he was gonna like break it or something, and I was gonna be like, oh shit. But he's just a crazy motherfucker. And it's funny how he's like the youngest, I think, or one of the youngest in the band, and he's 55. But yeah. But in all honesty, I think they really put on a great show. I never expected anything less. But they played Wasted Years, my favorite song by them, and it was just amazing. And when they played Fear of the Dark, you know, there was a bunch of dudes moshing and shit, and everyone was really, there was a lot of energy for that song, I think. Like, that was probably the highlight song that they played. Even though they played my favorite song, I think that one was the highlight because there was a lot of energy for it and everything was really good. And I mean, that's all I can really say. It's Iron Maiden. They didn't disappoint. And I have 1 or 2 things to bitch about, but I'll say that for the end. Because that has nothing to do with Iron Maiden. One of you guys?
Yeah, I thought Iron Maiden, for the most part, was pretty much flawless. Their stage setup is the same setup as their 1989 Seventh Son, the Seventh Son tour. So they played a good bit off of that. They played Moonchild, Can I Play With Madness, the title track Seventh Son of Seventh Son, which was epic to see live. Evil That Men Do and the Clairvoyant, I think that's how you pronounce it. Those songs were incredible to see live. And then they pretty much played songs from every album from their self-titled debut up until Fear of the Dark, minus No Prayer of the Dying, because yeah. They didn't play anything off that one. They played Phantom of the Opera, which I thought was very cool to see. I didn't expect that, and Afraid to Shoot Strangers. That was cool to see too. I really didn't expect. And Prisoners. They played a very, very amazing set. There was 0 new songs from the Bruce Dickinson era from 2000 until the present day. Like, all through their newer records, there was nothing from them, which was amazing. But I love the newer stuff too. But it was amazing to see the old songs be played. Bruce Dickinson, I don't know how this guy can still sing while he's running around like a maniac and he's, you know, aging. And, you know, I mean, he still is pretty damn in shape for his age, and he can just sing so well live. When they came on, I was like, their sound is slightly off. Like, Bruce is really loud at times, and their guitars are really quiet, but then it got better. The drumming was absolutely perfect. The guitars were perfect. There's Adrian, Dave, and the other dude. I always mispronounce his name either, or as well. I mean, they all shredded up. It was so cool to see the harmonized solo in the Trooper live. And, you know, I've watched so many DVD performances, so many videos of this band live, and it is so cool to see some of their hallmarks of their live show be performed right in front of your eyes. To see Eddie walk out on stage, to see Bruce flying the British flag around like it's to quote him, like it's the revolution all over again. It's just really cool to see that stuff live. They played so well. They played for a good solid 2 hours. The only song that I wish they played was Hallowed Be Thy Name, which surprised me that they didn't play. But I can't complain because they played everything. All their hits, pretty much. It was just it was the best, probably the best performance I've ever seen. They just blew me away. Bruce Dickinson and really this whole band has such a stage presence, and there was like 14,000 people there according to them, and they make it feel that they're playing in like a club or something full of like 10 people or 100 people or something. Like, they really draw you in and make you feel part of their live show, and I applaud them for that. That is amazing that they could do that. Everybody was into their show. It was killer. It was amazing. If you haven't seen this band, just go see them. You won't be disappointed at all. This was an amazing show.
Alright, yeah, so I'm just going to start off right away. I'm going to say this is, without a doubt, the best show I've seen. Like, I haven't seen as many shows as these guys, my limited experience with shows, but, I mean, even like Tyler said, everything was perfect from, like, the get-go. Like, the stage presence is amazing. Bruce Dickinson is, hands down, probably the best frontman I've ever seen. Like, he's constantly running around, doing, big arm movements and hand gestures, and, really good job getting the crowd involved with everything. I mean, it's one of the coolest things to hear, 13 or 14,000 people singing along to, the chorus of Run to the Hills is probably one of the coolest things I've ever heard. They played a lot of songs that, like, I was familiar with, and a couple like that Afraid to Shoot Strangers, which I wasn't too familiar with, but I'm definitely gonna have to check that out because I really thought that was a great song. Again, they played Phantom of the Opera, which again was like a big surprise. They had a lot of surprising songs in this set, and then kind of like what Tyler said, I was kind of disappointed they didn't play Hallowed Be Thy Name, but they played Running Free as their last song, which I think really does make up for it. But yeah, like, everything was really good. Like, and they kind of got, like Tyler said, everybody kind of got involved. Like, with every song, like, the crowd was completely involved, and the pyrotechnics were, were very appropriate. Like, there wasn't like too much. Like, I feel like a lot of big bands are like, all right, let's get like 1 million fireworks to go off every second of every song. But then basically they had some fireworks, but then really all they had was the flame shooting up, which is perfectly in sync. And then like, I got involved in this a little bit. Like, during Fear of the Dark, it was like we had pits going up in the lawn where we were at, and it was funny and entertaining to watch a lot of these drunken guys and our friend Brandon Mosh along to the song, and then they had like a blanket. Get knocked over and break lawn chairs. They had a blanket, and they were tossing this guy up in a blanket after a while. Like, it was just a very energizing show. Nothing that I can really say that was really wrong with it. I mean, it's something I will remember for the rest of my life.
I feel like it's a once in a lifetime performance, or opportunity to see this band. They don't tour North America that much. You know, every couple years they come around. So I'm so glad I got to see him. So glad I got to see him with you guys.
Yeah. Bruce said he'll be back in 4 years, so I'll be there when that
I
happens.
said he'd be back in 1 year. Then he said he'd be back in 4 years.
And then so
What is it, Bruce?
So we back. Come on, Bruce.
Yeah.
Come on, Bruce.
All right.
You
All
wanted
right.
to bitch about something.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to say that their stage such, and they had these big things of Eddie and whatnot.
Yeah,
that was really cool. They had a lot of shit up there. They went all out, I think. But what was I gonna say now?
Something about
All
bitching.
right. Also, just one last thing I want to say about Iron Maiden is to quote someone, the singer of Fatal Impulse.
Oh, God.
This band is on the list of bands that I want to see before they die. It's kind of funny because they're old. But the thing I need to bitch about here is when you go to a show, like, sure, you can go to your deathcore shows with bands that have that sort of rap influence, like Emmure or something. You could be doing your little hand shit like that and the woo. When you go to Iron Maiden and you're singing along, you look like such a fucking prick. And when you're there doing this, not even to the beat, you're just doing this, just like, yeah, and you're putting your gun out and whatnot. I saw these two stoner, pathetic idiots in front of me. They just kept doing that, and they're just dancing like that and shit. First of all, I hate you because you're either high on some illegal substance, or you're just being stupid. And you should not do that because it's just annoying. You can do that at your rap concerts and whatnot with your Kanye West and your Jay-Z and whatever you prefer. But when you go see Iron Maiden, you either you do this or you make a fist. You either do the horns or the fist. You don't put your gun up. That's just fucking stupid. All right, so go to hell. Eh?
Yeah.
That was mean.
I don't care. That pissed me off. You don't do this with your
Yeah.
rap bullshit at Iron Maiden. Nothing against rap at all. You stick to this at your rap shows, because that's all your rap people do. You shoot each other. Iron Maiden doesn't shoot anyone.
Right. That was kind of like a similar thing, like when we were leaving. Like, I think me and Tanner were kind of got more pissed when we were leaving, and you know, people, you know, they leave and they have whatever they have in their car on, they're blaring music, and most of the time, I mean, I'd expect it to be like Iron Maiden to be playing, or at least some form of metal or rock. And the car drove by and they had rap music playing. And
Yeah.
so, like what I said, I was like, you're at the wrong fucking show, buddy. If you want to get out of here with both your legs functional, you need to shut that shit down.
And it's not like he was driving by on the street. This person was in the damn parking lot where everybody parked for the show. I was just like, what the hell is this?
I have one last thing to say that I thought was kind of funny.
Oh, God.
The guitarist, I can't pronounce his name, from Iron Maiden. It was funny. He was wearing an Iron Maiden shirt.
They
He's
all
in Iron
were.
Maiden. They all were?
Except for Bruce.
Dave
think
was.
they were.
Dave was.
Bruce had like
Bruce wasn't.
does his always thing where he has like
Bruce was-
1,500
I
outfits.
thought
everywhere.
they all.
I think just
Now that
the
I'm
blonde
thinking
dude was.
No, Dave had one. Dave Murray had one. But I think those two might.
It reminded me of Matt from Trivium. How he would always wear his Trivium shirts.
Or Iced Earth, how they all come on with queer jean jackets on, like they're all getting it on backstage. When this video is dragging on, go see Alice Cooper, go see Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're old. I don't care how old they are. They are absolutely legendary. Everybody should respect this band. If it wasn't for this band, the metal you listen to would not be around.
Yeah. Yeah. Dicks.